Well, good evening, everybody. We are live. Fixing an attempt to make the Farmers Insurance open at Torrey Pines. So we'll start here in about 5 minutes. Appreciate everybody joining along here tonight. About 5 minutes ahead of some here. Appreciate the one follower that's on right now. So we'll go start this in about 3 minutes now. By the way, me and Willie got on a little bit earlier today and got the other golf game rolling. Unfortunately, Willie was no match for me. He's out there watching. We're currently 4th in the FedEx Cup standings, but we have been sucking. Got a few wins on the tournament early. We're about 2 minutes away. Let's go ahead and get started. And Torrey Pines is going to be at Farmers Insurance Open. I highly recommend you start a rivalry with him. Winning against him could net you some good rewards. I'll set the matchup. Check out the rival screen for more details. Well, let's do it. Alright, let's begin the round.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this first round action.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their play.
All right.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Torrey Pines. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Torrey Pines will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him.
Ooh,
I mean, it's
keep
tough,
it on the green.
but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, well, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Torrey Pines might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Torrey Pines. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win.
Get down. Good drop.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, steady now.
We didn't need that.
A par putt awaits. Good stroke. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Started out at par.
And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner, but the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general.
Yeah.
She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her
a little better
personality
golf game, but it's just me. We're trying to make a cut in your own tournament.
She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, 2-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game,
glad you could join me again here tonight.
She's such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players, and that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Ooh, we gotta get down.
This one is all over it.
Yes, sir. Got a chance for eagle.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order, but after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Getting ready to play.
Yeah, let's see what Tony did.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it's
probably tied again. No, I'm up one.
One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
No, 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 no.
Wow, what happened there?
Oh, as we can see, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
No green in rig, but a chance to save their par.
Stop.
Lovely touch. Well played.
Such soft hands.
And the putt drops.
Still
we're moving on. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
Tied for second.
There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South course. Keeping ball in fairways critical. And that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action.
Push it over.
Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Very nice.
Pretty good shot there.
An opportunity here to move into a tie for first.
I doubt we make it.
Oh, you know you want to.
Get in the hole.
That's one of those putts that you're proud of at the end of a round. They all add up. And that will take him to 2 under. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
I could watch this one
Yeah.
all day. Who would have thought that
Back on
would
the
go?
game. Watch that. Barely. Barely. Alright. On to the next one.
He's currently tied for first. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little
Down.
bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the
Oh,
left-hand
don't get the
side,
fringe.
and almost every player will give it a go in two. This is
Well,
a
howdy.
3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
It's so close.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup. Their boldness paid off. They've got this for the eagle.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
First. Yeah, first.
The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning off the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here
Keep
is
flying.
an elevated
Keep flying.
green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
Didn't get enough. Oh, we got enough. We got plenty.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
Not
Surely it's
enough.
going to.
Not enough.
Ooh.
Dang.
And that should secure the par on this one. And now over to Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
No, that's too bad. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our
He's in
current leader is
danger of not
enjoying
making
a
it.
one-shot lead. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players
Go,
going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way.
That's nice.
Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Nice putt. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. Glancing at the scoreboard, and they're currently sitting in first place. Lexi Thompson holds second. The par 5 9th is a monster.
Wind
over
is
600
terrible.
yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part
Oh,
about it
we
is just
shanked
straight
that one.
away.
Get
You have to
down.
hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Oh, get in there.
That's some good golf right there. And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Stupid me. I can't believe I did that.
And coming up
I did not need to do that.
short.
I'm gonna make up for it.
Big putt for par coming up.
This looks like it's got the speed
Far,
and
far,
the
far.
line.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
18 feet to the cup. It was on a good line. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. So Rich, give us a halftime report.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
As we head to the back nine here at Torrey Pines South, Rich, the 10th isn't a long hole, but the slope off the tee makes it a difficult one.
It is. It cambers pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
I thought it was going in.
This putt for par here.
All right.
Ouch, that hurts. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard. Checking the scoreboard now. This player is currently sitting in a tie for the lead with Tiger Woods.
Where'd he come from?
There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Okay, time to return to the action. Time for the second shot at the 11th.
Oh, yes!
Lovely shot.
And a chip in, just what the doctor ordered.
And let's have another look at that one.
Beautifully judged. Great tempo on this chip.
Leading by a shot after that hole.
We had to tone Tiger Woods down a
This
little
par
bit.
4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, it's in the hole. And for birdie.
And look out, guys. This rivalry
He's
looks like
starting to get
it's
on the
going to
road.
get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Par putt coming up here.
Oh,
Just missed. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place behind Tiger Woods.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
oh boy.
This one might just sneak off the fairway.
Thank
They're
goodness.
still chasing their first win of the season.
Multiple top fives this
Oh
year.
no, I let go of it too soon.
Guaranteed
My
to
finger
win
slipped.
at some point in the year.
Ah, dadgummit.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here.
Going with the 5
Too
iron
hard.
here.
Way too hard. Now we're on the.
Dad got a little out of control, I think.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
This is where it unravels.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
Yeah, it's a common fault in putting. Pulled it slightly. Putting for bogey here. And that putter's hole.
Getting away from us.
Back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
2 bogeys in a row, never a
Man.
good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
3 strokes
Good
back
together.
after that hole. Trying to forget the bogey on the last as they step onto the tee.
Good hit.
Wonderfully played. From around 120 yards here. 3 behind our leader.
That wasn't enough.
That's a pretty handy shot. That's inside the house of opportunity. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Yeah. We don't want him to catch
Putting
us.
for birdie.
Short game has been
Eh.
absolutely fantastic
I used to play
today.
this game a lot. I just started playing it again yesterday.
That was a gallant attempt.
Ah,
A par putt on the table.
we got to hit
Triple
pars.
under for the round.
2 back now.
We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par
It's better
fours.
if you
This is
get a
another one.
crosswind one way or the
As
other.
big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest.
Oh, we
If you've
shanked it.
walked off with par
Maybe
on
not.
this hole, job well done, my friend.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 2 shots behind.
Yeah!
And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard.
Yeah. On Steam.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
All right.
16th,
Tiger,
the last of the par threes
we're
on
coming
this
for you.
golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a
Alright, big
difficult
putt here.
two-putt to say the least.
Why are they showing so much?
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival.
Wow.
Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we?
It's a fun
Setting
game.
up here with a very long
Pretty.
putt.
This
Pretty easy to
for
play.
back-to-back birdies.
Oh, stop.
So close.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This one's 13 feet from the cup. This is what they have left for a par.
If it's up, it could be in.
That gets the job done.
I think we're going to make the cut.
So no change on the
Yeah, let's
leaderboard
try to
for this
win the
player
tournament.
after that hole. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the
Get
bunker down the
down
right
now.
is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really
Now we
low
gotta
section
show
over there on the
little
left-hand side.
competitor here.
However, it still
Yeah.
is a promising birdie opportunity.
PGA 2K23.
Oh, get in. Ooh, right by the hole. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
Too much.
That's frustrating. 8 feet to the cup. Looks good off the blade. Oh, gee, that line was.
Oh my goodness.
A bogey putt awaits.
And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly.
Back 2 down.
Well, the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines
last
South,
hole
one
of
of the
this
more
round.
famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front. It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Oh, well, when I look over here, that's where I read
this
the
putt
comments.
to move into second place. Just didn't drop. Terrific shot. Almost an eagle. And this putt to move into a tie for second. And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. Well, that's a shame. Off to a great start, but ultimately they blew it.
They did. It was. They had everything going the front 9, and all of a
We still
sudden
got a
they make
chance
the
here. It was
turn,
just the first
and
round.
where does it go? Right down the toilet.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus
All
all the
right, let's
hard-working folks
advance to the
at
next
HB
round.
Studios,
1
it's
of
good night
4.
for now.
Here we go. Let's have a better round, right?
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam here as we keep an eye on this player who's been trailing in the tournament but has a real opportunity today.
They do. They need to get out there, though, and start firing at some flags. They've been playing very conservative all week long, and you can't continue to do that with any hopes of winning. You have to go ahead and start trying to take advantage of the conditions. Hit it close a few more times. And until they start doing that, I don't see them catching the leaders.
Can't wait to get into the action. Very excited to see how this player fares today. Wow, what a shot.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Okay, steady now.
Ugh.
And that should secure the par on this one.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top.
Tiger Woods does not fear me. Yeah.
Time to face a par 4 now. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent.
Good one. 300 plus, yeah.
Attaboy, good shot. Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career.
Here we go.
it
Let's
almost
get a birdie
seems
right here.
superfluous to add anything more to it, but what that man has meant to the game, and again to people like yourself who
There we
have
go.
gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just a
Calm winds was what helped us on that one.
changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these
We're
old
still
guys
2
that
back.
are dressed poorly
Still
with
2
big
back.
beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player.
One moment here.
And everybody else was just kind of sitting there and all going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that,
All
everybody's
right.
kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
It's looking solid.
There it goes.
That will
We
work.
get par.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's feeling good. Just birdied the last hole.
What's in front of them, Henning?
He's paced it. He's read it. It's time. Little 27-footer.
It was on a good line. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks.
Did we fall any? Let's see. Nope. We got par.
This hole is a par 4.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
How close was that to going down? This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Solid little par putt here.
Looks good.
Solid par putt.
Another par.
Is currently sitting in second. It's time to step on the tee here at the 5th.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back toward you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Well played. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what?
He's doubting me.
I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
And he's right.
That's a nice line. Ouch, that hurts. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
Looking good so far.
And in it goes for the par.
Gotta quit making pars.
The leaderboard has them sitting in second place behind Tiger Woods. Here we are at the 6th hole.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a
I
big
thought it was
stretch
going
there.
straight in.
You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him in the 3rd round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit.
Ain't worried about him.
If I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with him, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
A wonderful shot here at the 7th, and sets up another birdie chance.
I needed a
Of
little
all
low.
the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Just hammered that through the line. And this one is for his par.
Another par.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching
We're
up
just
that's
kicking his butt.
necessary?
Ooh, that almost went down. And after that effort, that's how it looks. And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard.
Catch it.
We've reached the 8th hole. Going with the 6
Come
iron
on.
here.
Come on.
So I might need to sit.
Down.
Lovely effort that. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it.
Turn, turn, turn.
That was a gallant attempt.
Too much.
Oh dear. Time to get the chipper back out. Getting ready to play their 3rd. He's 2 shots back.
Oh, Lordy.
Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
This will be a good bogey.
Oh, boy.
Just missed.
Double bogey.
And there it is. Trailing by 4 strokes.
We can get it back.
Coming off
We
a
can get
double
it back,
bogey,
chap.
you'd imagine their heads down a bit. Time to just clear that from the mind.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight 3rd shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green.
What are we
That's
doing?
No good.
Henny, how's that ball lying?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Come on back. Come on back. Come on back.
And now over to Tony Finau.
I don't care
He's
about
currently
him.
trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
It'd be nice to make this
he
one.
makes this
This
one.
one's for Eagle. Oh, so close. And back to the play, shall we? Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though. Looking better.
Yeah!
That's a good make in the end. Certainly help them fight back from a difficult position.
That'll put a little pep in your step, up and down from
It's
the
looking
bunker, in for the
Gloom and
birdie.
doom, and then
Good
we
job.
recovered nicely.
Currently at 3 under for the event.
Whew.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
It is. It cambers pretty good
Right
from
straight.
left to right. So most players are going to take
Thought it was
something
going
less
right
than
straight in
driver,
the sand.
probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you.
Yeah,
but
we
the
can deal with
difficult
that.
part about it is it's got 3 different sections: a front,
These are actually
a
more
back
easier
left,
for me
and a
to
back right. You got to get your
do
second
than the
shot
rest of
spot
them.
on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
This would be a great up and down.
Good Lord, that's a long way. We'll stop.
15 feet to the cup.
This one to save par.
Yeah.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
Whew.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole.
Still full
Eagle
back.
up on the 11th hole here.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you.
Going that
If
way.
not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, that's a bit disappointing. An opportunity to make a par here. Good looking putt. That's a good putt to make, that one.
Ah.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. We have a par 4 on this one.
This 12th hole is probably one of the
didn't get
toughest
enough.
tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right, the rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway though, you got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
That's close. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one.
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
Ah, yeah.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
What do you think of that, Daniel?
Now 4 back after that hole. Love the long holes. Welcome to the par 5.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Well, I wouldn't mind hitting the shot, but I wouldn't fancy the walk up here. This is quite uphill.
This should play.
Whew, that was nice.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, that one just missed the hole. Oh, that's a ripper.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player.
Correct.
Yes, in the hole.
This one's for birdie.
Yep.
Wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar
All right,
spot.
we're down 3
Currently
down.
on top of this one. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole.
Come on. Fly, ball,
Oh,
fly.
that's piped. That's heading down the runway.
312
Second shot
yards.
here on the 14th. This one heading towards the green.
Oh, very nice.
And if they didn't have their rival Tony Finau's attention before, they certainly do now. What an approach shot.
Oh, yeah.
Always
We're
nice
making
to
a
hold
run.
those for a birdie. And that will take him to 6 under.
Tiger Woods has been put on notice.
And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place behind Tiger Woods. This
Evil
hole is a
outlaw
par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy
is
one at
coming.
that.
As
For
big as
Tiger.
12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole,
Oh,
just
whoa.
well
I
done,
thought it
my
was
friend.
going in.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
What do we even care about? He's so
Looks to
far
have opted
behind.
for the 8-iron. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt.
All right, this is going to be a fast-moving green.
This one's online.
Then I hit it too hard.
A bit long on that one. Just about 8 feet left to the hole. Well, it was a wonderful
That's so
approach
far.
shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because
Get
there's
down.
really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and
Yeah.
the top left. If you find the right section, job well done.
Whoa.
If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
Nope. Green's too fast. It's hard
Steady
to
on.
figure it out.
A 7-footer right here.
Putt is underway.
Nicely holed and for par.
Man.
Our leader is up by 4 shots now.
Golly.
Time to face a par 4.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really
like
no
where they
good.
hit.
From there, the
we'll
green
take it.
tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Why are we worried about this guy?
Let's return
He's
to
not even a
live
match
play
for
now.
me.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill. Rolling end over end.
Yeah!
It's looking great.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on
Whew.
the day. And that will take him to 7 under.
Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's
Golly,
Tiger Woods.
11 now.
And now teeing off on the final hole of this round.
That was wonderfully done.
Uh-oh.
Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass.
That'll
Well,
work.
that's a pretty good play there, Rich. Right up near the surface.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Oh, they'll be stoked with that. That could have been a big score and a fighting finish. Well done.
That chip in for Eagle works 8 days a week in my book.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
And with that, their round comes to an end. Rich, this player seems to be in pretty good position out there today.
That's a good spot to be in. Just kind of hanging around, waiting for their time to pounce on the leaders, but in a good position heading into the final 36.
All right.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
Get back here. Well, still trying to catch him. So we've got 2 more rounds to go.
.2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this third round action. Hi everyone, Luke Elvey alongside
Massive
Rich
win.
Beam. And Rich, this player's trailing. Do they have to really step it up and get it going today?
Look, this player's trailing at the moment. Let's face it, there is so much golf left out there. Anything can happen. Let's just sit back, relax, and watch it unfold.
I'm looking forward to today, that's for sure.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
One rough to the fringe.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Big pass over coming up for this fella. Currently 9 under for the event.
And he goes up one more on me.
Time to tee off at the second.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
You like that, didn't you? Getting ready to play their third.
Bad.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
Bam.
The leaderboard has them sitting in second place behind Tiger Woods.
Here we are at the third.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the
get
pin over
out.
on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is in the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
A bit too much pace on that one.
And this putt coming up for his par. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold.
John, what's going on out there?
I'm over here on the 18th, and this is Tony Finau getting ready for his next shot. And this is a birdie putt.
This is buckets. It's time to check on the leaderboard.
He's still way behind me, though.
Okay, as we move along, it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views.
Golly.
No part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance of knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Stop.
This must be frustrating. Time to get back on that green. And here we are with their 4. 4 strokes off the lead.
Oh, I blew it.
Good
big
opportunity
time.
here, just 6 feet to the hole. It's half a chance of being holed, this one.
Mercy
Ooh, a
sakes.
little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey. Ah, that's frustrating.
Just a short putt remaining here.
Oh, man.
He's currently in the second position.
Wow. 7 shots back.
Time now to forget the horrors of the last and focus on this next tee shot.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
That's well played. Pin high.
And a fantastic look upcoming. This is on a great line.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? It's just about 3
Sure
feet
wasn't.
away. Now 8 shots back after that hole.
Still second, though.
Looking at a par 5 here.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of
I
action.
can deal with that.
And far from the green here, just in the greenside rough. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. This putt coming up is for birdie. That's tracking. Okay, steady now.
We're just letting it get away from us.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Well done. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead.
Golly.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Too hard.
That was a bit of a miscue.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. If he makes this, he'll save his par. There it is.
Man.
And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place, behind Tiger Woods. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Oh, this would be handy if he could bounce.
Well, that would have been great if I'd have just shot it straight through.
Playing within their comfort zone there. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. That one raced by. Bit of work coming back. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, he's got a real outside chance here, 29 feet.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. That's a bogey, but not a bad putt. Currently 6 under for the event. Aggressive play here, going with driver off the tee.
I think the challenging part about it, Luke, is it's just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Lookout world was his statement when he came out on the Pro Tour, and we look back in the greatness in sports, right across all sport in the world. Has one player had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background, and I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods that then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again.
but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. It was on a good line.
And this one will be for bogey.
Wow.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top.
I don't have anything for
Time to take
Tiger.
a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet.
He
Prevailing
stormed to
wind
the lead
coming
and
right
took off.
back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
This putt is about 8 feet.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
And down she goes. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Oh, looking to make a statement here. Going with driver off the tee.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
This would be a great up and down. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Opportunity to make their par. Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. Playing this one about 130 yards out.
Wind's blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the one in here.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And if this can go down, he'll save par. The leaderboard has them sitting in second place behind Tiger Woods. We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Ooh, right by the hole.
Wow.
13 feet to the hole.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done.
That's all I can do. That's all I can do is just make pars right now.
He's currently just in second place. Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
Mercy.
And he needs this to save par.
It's tracking. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. He's currently tied for second. A long par 4 this hole.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
Man.
Well, it's come down to this, the final hole. Welcome to the 18th. Well played, mate. They've played nicely, but no wins next to their name.
A couple of top fives so far this year, Luke, but hasn't gotten the W
It was
yet,
almost in the water.
but it's close.
And here we are with the third shot.
Good Lord. Maybe.
Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Love watching this player around the greens.
And as this round winds down, he finishes in second place.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
All right. Final round.
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin.
Here we go.
Pleased you could join us for this final round action. Rich Beam's my sparring partner in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Rich, this next golfer starts their round. What are your expectations of them today?
Luke, currently in second place, heading to the final round. Not a bad place to be, but let's face it, these guys aren't playing for second place, are they?
No.
They've got their eye on the prize. They want to finish number one, so they're going to have a good final round to make that happen.
Certainly excited to see how today plays out, Rich. That putt went a bit
hole.
long there. This is a par putt. Just didn't drop. That putt will end up short.
Wow, shocking to say the least. How do you miss that?
And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. Here we are at the second tee. Yeah, that one will play. Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger, no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at, their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best.
Got to stay within par with them.
Currently 5 under for the event.
Can't
and I
keep
don't know if
messing
the
up
rest of
like
the
a
field
bean.
is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Quality shot, that one. Our man on the ground, John, he's down there. What's the news?
I'm down here on the 11th hole as Tony Finau gets ready to hit.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Second shot here on the 4th. Opting for the 6-iron. That should find the surface. 13 feet to the cup. Oh,
Golly,
line
we
was
are
looking good, wasn't
sucking
it?
so bad right now.
Putting for a par now. That was a sensational
Terrible.
approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place, behind Tiger Woods. Here we are at the 5th hole.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back toward you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
This one's going right at the pin here.
Uh-uh.
Well, that's beautifully judged. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down.
I know we were going to overshoot it. Big time. It's just the way.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Ouch, that hurts. This one for bogey. Currently 4 under for the event.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go.
Wow.
Too. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
We're just falling apart.
Playing from around 110 yards out. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here.
Unbelievable.
Playing their 4th
Freaking
shot.
unbelievable. Will it? Will it? Yeah!
Oh, what a ripper from long range. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard.
I wish.
And let's have one more look at that shot.
This shot was absolutely perfect. Looks just as nice on the second viewing.
We needed that. We needed that. And just to think what it could have been, had we not gotten the rough or the
He's
sand.
currently tied for 3rd. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the
come on.
canyons
Let's
come
not
into
screw it
play.
up.
And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least
Wow,
a shot
here we go.
over. Well done. Take the birdie. And that will move him to 6 under par. The leaderboard has them sitting in 2nd place behind Tiger
We
Woods.
can't win it. But
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. And tidy looking shot, that one. Second shot here on the 8th. How close was that to going down?
oh my goodness. Stop!
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
That's a great attempt from long range. So close. Currently at -5 now for the event.
Not much happening. Moving
Wow.
down the leaderboard. Never a good sign.
Teeing off now on the 9th hole.
Look, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, straight second shot. and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier.
Oh.
That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Ooh, that almost went down. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. And that will take him to 6 under. Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today.
Oh, I like that. Opting for a bit of shape with the ball flight.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. Now on the tee of a long par 4.
It is. It cambers pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
Oh, that's a clutch par.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Time to tee off on the 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Oh, just missed. Putting now for a bogey.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Well, I'm over on the 18th watching Tony Finau set up his next shot.
Oh, yes. How good. They've jarred it on their final hole of the round. What a way to finish. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific.
Roll back.
You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
That's frustrating. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. This one's looking good.
Good putt, that. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Oh, exciting times on the tee of a par 5.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Well, that might
Well,
work.
Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
What is going on?
Putting for a par here.
That's well holed.
And it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, it's Tiger. Whoop-de-doo.
Next up is this par 4 hole.
Surprised we
That's
left
a
that
high
far.
caliber shot. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Getting ready to play their third.
Will it?
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
Unbelievable.
Chance to save the par if he can make this one. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top.
Over.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
It starts off on a good line.
For the par. He's currently sitting in third.
So they've still got one more hole left. We've got to close the
Teeing
gap
off
right here.
on the 17th hole.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which
Make a
really
run.
enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot.
Come
Currently on top of the leaderboard here. All right, one more
Last
hole
hole.
to go. The 18. Needs to make a move soon. Handy effort, that one.
Well, any
And
chances
here we
of
are
doing
with the
that, I
third
think
shot.
they're over.
And this putt for a final score of 71. It's got a chance. Whoa. Just 3 feet to the cup. And with it, that concludes his event.
Well, we finished.
Well, Henny, that's a fine performance. In fact,
Third.
one for the ages. Very few people come up against the likes of a Tony Finau and cut them down to
We had our
size.
chances.
Luke,
we blew
I
it.
just cannot believe that
We got
we
our
saw
butts
that. This
kicked.
player has every reason
Big
to be
time.
happy with that performance. They set a goal, they challenged Tony
we'll take
Finau,
third
and
place.
they beat him. It was textbook. It was so entertaining for me to be able to follow these two going back and forth throughout the
Never
event.
won the match.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.
All right. Well, Nike didn't want to stay with us, so. We lose Adidas, then we pick somebody else up. So we are currently third. Third on the season. Finished third in that. So, appreciate everybody watching tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with something new. So, till then, we'll see you tomorrow.